Good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn fans. I'm Rebecca, the program director here at the Joslyn Center, and today is episode 168 of the Joslyn Variety Show. And it is your Monday morning update. So, we're going to be talking about what's happening at the Joslyn this week, how you can get involved, and then I have Elyse here to do some Monday morning mindfulness. So, lots of great programming today on the Variety Show, but let me tell you what we've got coming up so that you can be ready to participate. Today is Monday, so we had our very first Zoom chair yoga session this morning. It went really, really well. If you are interested in joining chair yoga, let me know and I can get you signed up for the next session. That's going to be every Monday morning at 9 a.m. So we'll start off your week just right. Also happening, of course, is Bling and Bingo. That is tomorrow, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Facebook Live. Wednesday, we have Joni doing Fit After 50 and Be Moved on Zoom. That's another part of our spring semester lineup, so give me a call if you would like to sign up for that class. We also have Variety Show on Wednesdays, and then Thursday is our Zoom chat group at its new time, 2 p.m. for that one. And of course, Variety Show again on Friday. We do have a special health lecture this week. On Wednesday, Eisenhower is going to be talking about the role that occupational therapy plays in driving safety. So, if you have concerns about safe driving, or if you would just like to know where you stand from a medical perspective when it comes to driving, they are going to talk about how you can make an appointment with an occupational therapist, how they will go through a whole process with you, make any recommendations to your primary doctor that they may have, and let you know what things you should work on and what things you're good to go with when it comes to driving safely. So that is happening at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. You do not have to RSVP for that. You can just log on into Zoom. All of the details will be on our website. And of course, like with most Zoom calls, you are welcome to join via your phone. You do not have to have the video processing capabilities. If you didn't want to use your computer, then there is a very easy conference call style option. So that is what's happening this week. Of course, we are always here if you've got questions or concerns about things. We are here to help. But let me go ahead and turn this over to Elyse, and she is going to take it from here. Elyse, how are you today?
I am well, thank you, and so happy to be here. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. I'm happy to be here as well.
Good.
Let us know what's going on in your world.
Yeah, well, life is good. Okay, here we go. Good morning, everybody. So let's just start by centering ourselves for just a moment and taking a breath. I always raise my arms when I take a breath because it's a good stretch and it also gives our lungs more space to expand. One more breath to center ourselves. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. Today we have some fun questions and I'm going to save them for the end. First, I briefly want to discuss loss and grief, which we have plenty of these days, don't we? So I just want to say that loss can be of anything. Do not underestimate any loss. It can be from the death of a loved one. It could be as small as a bump on the foot. You bump your foot in the morning, let's say, and later you find yourself feeling grumpy and you don't know why. Think back. Find the reason you feel grumpy, which you could always do is think back because it's always something that is the cause of feeling grumpy. And then talk supportively to yourself about it. Don't underestimate a bump on the foot as a loss. Here's what could happen. The bump could have triggered several issues. It could make you think about your arthritis. It could make you think about aging, that you can't wear your favorite shoes for a couple days, that you can't walk today. So really, don't underestimate any loss. You can lose the ability to hope for something to be different is a loss. What is grief? So grief is the feelings that go along with loss. What's the plan for dealing with grief? Face the feelings, feel them, Sit quietly if you can and feel those feelings as painful as they are. If you don't allow the feelings, what happens? They just stay inside and come out in different ways. So face the feelings, then express your feelings, whether it's talking with someone, making a piece of art, writing a letter, or just writing in your own journal. While you're grieving, you should maintain your hobbies and interests and chores as much as you can. Another thing, do not let anyone tell you how to feel when you're grieving. People are so good at saying, oh, that'll only be another week, or you shouldn't still be sad about that. No, no, no. Don't let anyone tell you that. Don't even let yourself tell you that. Oh, I should be over this. No. Grieving is different for everyone, as different as fingerprints, and it takes as long as it takes. You should plan ahead for triggers, things that you think and know are going to trigger the grief feelings. Make some kind of plan. You must care for your physical health when you're grieving. Even if you don't want to, you must. It's like taking medicine. And lastly, you must distinguish between grief and depression. Let me read you this brief explanation of that. It's very important to know, I think. It's not always easy to distinguish between grief and depression as they share many symptoms, but there are ways to tell the difference. Grief can be a roller coaster. It involves a wide range of emotions and a mix of good and bad days. Even when you're in the middle of grieving, you still have moments of pleasure and happiness. With depression, on the other hand, the feelings of emptiness and despair are constant. Other symptoms that suggest depression: intense sense of guilt, pervasive guilt, thoughts of suicide or a preoccupation with dying, feelings of hopelessness or worthlessness, very slow speech and body movements, very slow, inability to function at home, work, or school. I guess for most of us, it's home. Seeing or hearing things that aren't there. Those are all symptoms, signs of depression. Want to make sure the last thing on this is to make sure you know when to call for professional help. If you feel like life isn't worth living, if you feel you had wished you had died along with somebody who had died, if you blame yourself for the loss or failing to prevent it, whatever the loss is that's causing the grief. If you feel numb and disconnected from others for more than a few weeks, because with grief, you could feel that for a few weeks. If you are having difficulty trusting others since the loss, and also if you're unable to perform your normal daily activities. Now, you know, I'm going to tell you, as I often do, call us here at the Wellness Center. We have counseling, we have groups, we have classes, and of course, Joslyn has so many classes and things that will help you, distract you, and be fun to do. Also, look for our ads in every Thursday, in the newspaper every Thursday, on the health section, and the Sunday paper. If you don't get the paper, go to joslyncenter.org, the weekly e-newsletter, and social media accounts. These are all good sources of info about us. Okay, let's go to our fun questions. We have to have some fun too. Although this will be mindful, mindful fun. So the question today, I'm going to ask one I asked recently. What are you wearing right now? How are you dressed? I'm just wearing regular work clothes, some cotton top. I like cotton tops. I have an extra layer on today because it's damp and chilly. Is what you're wearing comfortable? You could probably answer that pretty quickly, but I also want you now to focus, breathe and focus on your body. Just take a breath and notice any part of your body that doesn't feel right. And I don't mean, a medical reason that something doesn't feel right, but your clothing. Is there a tag? Is something too tight? Is something falling off and annoying you? Any of those things, try to readjust if you can. Now I'm going to tell you my lifelong blanket story. My whole life, from when I was a kid, and I still do it, although I'm better fighting against it. Here's the blanket story. I would be in bed at night and wake up, at some point and be cold. I had one blanket on, but there was a blanket at the bottom of the bed that I did not get up to add and make me less cold. My thinking was, if I get out from under these blankets I'm under now, I'll be even more cold. So here's the lesson to take from this. When you need something, even if it will make you uncomfortable to get it, it's worth it. Because then I would have been warm for the rest of the night, right? And I still work on these, on paying attention to my own needs and acting on them. My big way to do it now is about drinking water to keep myself hydrated. I think, oh, I need to drink. It's been a while. And then I go do something else. And lately I've been doing better. I think I need to drink. Wait, stop, do it now. So I hope you got something interesting, good, useful, or fun out of our little talk today, our Mindful Mondays. And I so look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Be safe and happy and healthy as you can. Bye.
Thank you, Elyse. I've got my water right here. Always within arm's reach. I actually noticed since moving to the desert that I am permanently dehydrated here. I just cannot get enough water. So
It's
that's a
true.
good reminder. Thank you. Have a fantastic week, everybody. I hope that we will see you at some of our programs. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. There are links and extra details for all of everything we've got going on our website at joslyncenter.org. And of course, you can always reach us at 760-340-3220. My extension is 102. Have a lovely week, and we will see you for the variety show on Wednesday. Bye.